As an illustrator, one of the reasons you may work digital is simply speed. You can do things on the computer with these powerful tools much quicker than you can do traditionally. One of my favorite tools that can speed things up considerably is the image hose brush, and it is located right here, this little hose with green stuff coming out of it. I've pulled off a couple of the default ones and put them in a custom palette over here that I'm going to use to show you how this is done. What I'm going to do is take a couple of the preset nozzles that install with Painter here, these little building ones, and then I'm going to use these little swallow ones. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to show you how you can paint a landscape, maybe a cityscape, let's say San Francisco, really quick. I've created a new image here, and it is 1200 by 1200 pixels, giving it this nice blue background. With the image hose selected, and I'm using the linear angle W, you can see I can paint this whole street real quick of these little tiny buildings. What I want to do is come up here to the grain and lower this down to about 10%, because I want to give some atmospheric perspective to this. Now you can see as I paint, there's the haze between it. I'm going to gradually work my way up, so I'll come up to about 20% here. I'm going to increase the size of the brush, and I can do it either with shortcut keys or I can do it up here on the sliders. And as you can see, I increase the grain a little bit more each time, and I increase the size a bit more of my brush, and my houses get a little clearer, a little bigger. We'll keep doing this a couple more times, but can you imagine how much time you're saving using this to paint all these little buildings instead of trying to do it by hand? Let's get those buildings a little bigger. And then at the last here, I'm going to go ahead and increase the grain all the way up. I still want it just slightly below because I want a little bit of atmosphere in here. And I'll use this to increase the size quite a bit larger. And my last row of buildings here come into the front. Now there you have a whole hillside, for example in San Francisco or somewhere. I'm going to put in some swallows flying across it just at the end. Take them a little smaller here and just one stroke across. That's a little too bright for my liking, so I will go ahead and lower the grain just a little bit. Now the grain works based on the secondary color. So in this case, I've got the secondary color and the primary color set to whatever my background color. Well, that's the image hose. That's how you can use it to paint things that would take a great deal of time in a regular fashion if you were to paint them, to do it very quickly using the image hose tool.